Hey yogis, welcome back to the podcast. This is Mia, and you're listening to How Yoga Changed My Life, a podcast. This episode is our follow-up from our conversation with Miss Manifest Destiny. If you didn't hear it, go back, check out that episode. But Maddie has inspired today's meditation. For it, it is a journaling practice. Get something that you can write on, maybe type on, something to write with. Give yourself some space for today's practice. And then give yourself anything you need to settle in to this dedicated time and space for yourself. Know that at any time you can pause this episode and play as you're ready. Before we jump into the journaling, let's start with 3 rounds of breath. Take a moment to sit or stand up tall. Take a slow, deep breath in. Fill up your belly, your lungs, and your chest. Take even longer to exhale. Slowly release the air from your body. 2 more rounds of breath just like that. Slowly filling up, taking up space. Long and relaxed on your exhale. 1 more time on your own. For today's journaling, I would like you to write 10 questions that are in your mind. It could be something that you've been thinking about for the past couple of days. It could be a silly question that just pops up as this prompt comes to you. Any 10 questions. Jot them down, type them down, make yourself a list. This is a great place to pause and then press play when you're ready. You now have your 10 questions. Maybe you numbered them. Maybe you just intuitively know that this is 10. You counted in your head as you wrote. But I want you to either take your gaze away from your 10 questions or close your eyes. And let's take those 3 steady breaths again. Full breath in and out. 2 more rounds. Slow and steady. At the conclusion of your 3rd breath, you can open your eyes or bring your attention back to your list. Looking over your questions, what stands out to you? Is there a particular question that you're itching to answer? Is there a question that has sparked some curiosity or excitement in you? Is there a question that surprised you that came to your mind and ended up on this list? Choose one that stands out to you. It doesn't have to be obvious, but it's the one that you're drawn to intuitively. Maybe you circle it, you underline it, you put a little star before and after it. Indicate which question is standing out to you. And now, take a moment to journal about this one question. Jot down what is standing out to you about it. As this question comes to the forefront of your mind, what else comes to your mind? Where does it take your thoughts? Where does this question originate from? Are you able to answer this question? What comes up as you try to answer this question? Try not to filter your thoughts, to just allow yourself to endlessly write or type your stream of consciousness. As you're writing, you can hit pause, and as you come to a natural stop, you can hit play. If you're someone who needs to give yourself a stop, set a 4-minute timer. We've now put all of our thoughts, this brain dump, down onto paper or maybe Google document, Notes app. Once again, take your gaze away from your journaling. Maybe you close your eyes. Take 3 rounds of breath. Try to take these 3 even slower than before. As you inhale and exhale, feel the sensations of your breath traveling through your nose, passing through your throat, and inviting this rise and fall in belly and chest. Still keep a steady, slow breath. Take a moment to reflect. As you journaled, what came up? What feelings can you identify? Where there are sticky points, points of resistance that you wanted to avoid and shy away from. What came easily and flowed from your consciousness? Did any of those feelings manifest as sensation in your body? What parts of the body and what does that sensation feel like now? Taking a moment to simply notice, become aware of, but not particularly assign judgment or meaning to. Finally, ask yourself, is there any action that you're needing to take after this exercise? Anything you've been inspired to do? Any self-care you need to take? Or any further reflection you want to explore, perhaps with a thought partner? One final deep breath in. Exhale, close out this time, this practice, and this space. Yogis, thank you for spending this time here with me on this podcast. I would love to hear your reflections, your thought, your experience with it. can send us a DM on Instagram at Yoga Changed. You can send us an email at yogachanged@gmail.com. And then I know also on Spotify, you can just respond on our podcast little channel. I think there's a little Q&A spot. You can just drop something there. It's nice. It's anonymous. And then if something resonated with you today, send this episode to a friend. We've said it before, but we're a small podcast, and just organically sharing this podcast with friends and family is how we grow. And we super appreciate it. See you next Monday. Bye, yogis.